in organization, an hour is end, so says Benjamin Franklin. And he endears himself to us with so many lifestyle quotes, things that we can learn from, we can imbibe, and we can inculcate in others. I used to think they were called accidents. I've come to learn that they are called crashes. For every one of us who's watching today, either from our nuclear family or from our extended family, or even we ourselves have experienced and been impacted by what I'm talking about today. I'm talking about road crashes. Yes, they are not called accidents, they are called road crashes. They happen. Why do they happen? I've come to learn that oftentimes, if we prepare well, if we are careful, not careless, if we are organized, if we take that 1 minute to prepare, we end that 1 hour or more in organization, your vehicle is ready for movement. And remember what they taught us at the driving school, that when you get on the road, imagine that every other person is not in their right mind. Welcome, it's wellness and living. And our topic today is road crashes. My name is Thelma Obaze. Yes, it touched my mind because as I was going to work recently, I saw someone driving very, very fast. And guess what? By the time I got to the junction, there had been a ghastly crash. From what we have come to learn, road crashes have been reducing gradually. But what more can we do to ensure that our roads are more safe than they are now?
Drivers at times are at fault by taking drugs and drinks, and also not maintaining their vehicles, like brake. At times, the pedestrians also at fault. They cross where they're supposed not to cross. Where the government spend a lot of money in building bridges or flyover, people supposed to cross there. People don't cross. So that's the thing.
We all contribute to these road crashes and road accidents. If there is no pedestrian bridge, people will just walk across, and in the process some people will not check very well, and that can lead to road accident. And then the drivers too, they could be careless sometimes. Everybody's in a rush to achieve what they want to achieve for the day. Then bad roads too, if the road is clear and good, the drivers will just do their line and there will be a space for the people to walk by.
If the government is so decisive to the extent that when you are being caught, actually called on phone, pay 50,000, pay 100,000, that is stopped. Thirdly, the nature of our road. The way our road are being is one of these reasons why we're having accidents.
So many drivers in Nigeria, they don't often go to driving school. They just learn from one place and they embark on a journey or on the road.
We start from bad road, plenty of bad road, and most drivers, in an attempt to meander bad potholes, they run into accidents and all that. And that's also a major. So government needs to work on bad road, put the structures, the road in place. Again, being patient of drivers will speed most of the times. And in an attempt, some run up to 200, and that could cause accident, because at the point when they are supposed to, slow down, they discover that they can't manage the steering equipment. That is also another major cause.
Government should enforce that those places they build the flyovers, that people should not cross there without using it. Then also, they compile people to service their vehicles and make the parts available. Things are very hard, so that people can change their vehicle from time to time.
I'm more careful because not everyone you see crossing the road is actually mentally balanced. So you should be very careful when driving as well.
Carelessness, they say, does more harm than a want of knowledge. I picked that one once again from the stable of Benjamin Franklin. And I attribute that to the fact that sometimes when we're careless, we do more harm to ourselves. Talking about road crashes, Is carelessness playing an integral part in the causes of road crashes? What are the common causes of road crashes? What have we come to learn as we have been experiencing driving on the roads of our great country, Nigeria? There's a group of people who are tasked with managing our roads and its users. We call them the Federal Road Safety Corps. We sought to speak with the Corps Marshal, who's at the helm of affairs there, to know more about road crashes.
A crash cannot be said to be a sudden occurrence if all the preventive factors are taken into consideration. It is a pure case of negligence that results in crashes and injuries, and these are preventable. Crashes has three principal factors: the driver, the road, and the environment. Driver accounts for 82% of the major factors of the crashes. So if you look at that, and the road, and the remaining is about 18%. So the road and the environment accounts for the remaining. For example, if the condition of the road is bad, I expect drivers to use what we call the common sense speed limit. If the environment is bad, for example, let me try with dry season, if the temperature is very high, the pressure of the tires, the pressure increases. One of the key causes has to do with distractions. That's what people don't understand. Even merely chatting with your passengers is distractive in driving. Driving requires full concentration. We are talking about life, spanage of life. If you are chatting, you are unable to concentrate fully. You want to overtake. Your sense of direction does not give you the proper view of the distance and the speed of your vehicle. Your sense of judgment fails you. That's one. Then you are trying to change the CD, or some vehicles still have cassettes, or some vehicles tuning radios, or trying to fix the phone. Sometimes some people connect their phones with the smartphones now to the vehicle to be playing music. Then it becomes, by the time you raise it up, you are close. And if you're on that speed, it's not the moment you slam the brake that the vehicle stops. You suddenly apply the brake momentarily like that, the vehicle can somersault. The crashes we're talking about can make or mar the life of human beings. The pressure on the road is too much. So that is why we also advocate for intermodal transportation, effective intermodal transportation system. Do you know that the way we drive in urban areas is different from the way you drive on the highway? That is why during festive periods, more private vehicles are involved in crashes. They will tell you that I've been driving for 30 years. Driving school run from the house to school, to the office, from the house to the church, back, is different from driving from here to Lokoja to Kene. If a vehicle is not maintained, it becomes rickety. The glass is broken, you don't fix it, we are using super glue. The wiper is not good. One wiper is not good, you are managing the other, the rain is falling, you are using your hand like this. These are the things that will shorten your lifespan. As you are doing it, you are using one hand, you are not seeing well. Why won't you crash? A new vehicle, if it's not properly maintained, in 6 months, it can be off. And a vehicle properly maintained can last X number of years. There are machines. You change the tires, the headlamps are bad, you fix them. It is not safe. It is not when you want to travel that you go and service your vehicle. It's always counterproductive. If you want to travel on Saturday, by Monday, take your vehicle to a standard workshop. Let them check everything for you. And then the service will be done. Why? Why do you do that? Not a day before or same day. In the process, some mechanics, some artisans don't tighten the oil cover very well. It splashes. Or the dipstick alone is not properly replaced well. Or maybe the fuel filter is not properly tightened. If you hit the road and you are going on a speed of, say, maximum 100 kilometers, like that, the oil will just splash, the vehicle will knock. But if you service it some days earlier, There's such a problem when you are doing your vehicle check. I will call it the drill in the morning. You will have seen it. But to just finish servicing the vehicle and you hit the road, there's a problem. That's why it's always advisable, do the servicing some days before, still run it in urban. And what we call the cockpit drill for in aviation, the same thing applies to vehicles. The first thing when you enter your vehicle is first of all, look at your mirrors. You have 3 mirrors, the inner mirror, the 2 side mirrors, the right one and the left one. Those are the first things you're supposed to look at first. Then you don't start the vehicle immediately. You switch it on. You allow the readings. You check all the readings. In the process, you allow the oil to circulate. Okay? Let me tell you why. It's like you wake up and you start running. You collapse because your blood system has not fully circulated. The same thing with vehicles. So that's why when you switch on the engine, you don't start it immediately. You switch it on, let all the indicators come up. When it comes up, you have checked the water level, the fuel level, the oil level, the pressure and everything. Then you start it. Let it run. And if you observe, if you start the engine of a car, the speed is a bit high, slightly. But after some time, it drops. When it drops means the oil has circulated. And the part of the drill is this. When it's running by itself, you disembark, you check the tire. You check the tire, you check your lighting system. You want to travel, your brake lights, your rear lights. You check your spare tire, your warning signs. Make sure the pressure of the PSI of the vehicles are okay. And make sure every other thing. And when you are driving, once in a while, be checking your dashboard, especially the temperature. If the temperature is rising, that means something is wrong with your cooling system. So if you don't check, the next thing you just see all the lights will just come up, the engine will go off.
When car crashes occur, whether you're at fault or not, if you come upon it, it's in our best interest and those of the victims to perform first aid anyhow we can do it, okay? And sometimes just keeping somebody company gives them strength up until the appropriate medical professionals come on the scene. I'm talking about when we have road crashes. We sought to talk with Dr. Abu. He has experience in the wars. He's dealt with victims of car crashes, and he will throw more light on what happens before, during, and after.
When you approach a crash site, what should ring at the back of your mind is safety. Safety for yourself first, because we've had situations where people who approached accident sites were knocked by other cars that were passing by. So anybody, any bystander who has the ethical responsibility and decides to intervene has to survey the area and confirm that there is no immediate threat. If the car or the person he is about to save is in the middle of the road, it would be nice to move the person as safe as possible to a site that is not accessed either by oncoming cars or other threats. It would also be necessary to assess the situation using your basic common sense. If you see any form of threat like fire, or there's some fumes or gas, or there's a smell you don't understand, you need also to take extra precaution. If there's fire, you may need to put it off by using sand. If the person who is involved in the crash is still entrapped, you may need to find a safe way of extracting the person or extricating the person. If the person is held back by maybe a car airbags, you may need to bust those airbags carefully. If he's held by the seat belt and is unconscious, unable to come out, you may need to use a sharp object. So most times the road safety will talk about putting blades somewhere around the car. So those sharp objects to cut those seat belts which are holding back the victim, it would be very, very useful. A very critical component of immediate care anybody can give is to move the the victim from any threat to a safe place. It is always better to move the patient or the victim to a safe place than to leave the person in a cramped place where there's further risk of threat. But if you do not have the capacity or the knowledge to move the person safely, you may be better still to allow the person there and call for help from somebody who may have the idea. But in the absence of that, it may still make more sense to move the person to safety. It's usually better that we have a very functional emergency medical system that allows the emergency team to prompt the hospital that, well, we are probably bringing in an emergency from crash victims, so that the hospital team is already aware and prepared to receive these crash victims. In the absence of that, obviously, you would probably just use what is available. So upon presentation in the emergency department, it's important that the emergency team that has brought the victim communicates with the people properly, give them complete information, site information, complications that were seen, and challenges that were expected, and to transfer the triage information from the site to the team in the hospital, to tell the team in the hospital which of the patients were found, their conditions, and which one may be in more danger. This will allow the team in the hospital to do a fast assessment and also recharge the patients that are coming in to offer optimal care. So in terms of immediate intervention, patients, the kind of patients who present in the hospital after a crash may be classified in several ways. Well, what is important is that some of them may be very bad, obviously very bad. Some of them may not appear to be very bad, or may suddenly degenerate. Again, some of them will come in and you probably would not need to do much for them, just stabilize and ask them to go home. It's important that in as much as we do not pray for crashes, we need to be well prepared so that in case these things do happen, we are able to pass through the phases of recovery better. So one important thing from the medical point of view is that you need to maintain the highest level of health achievable at all points in time, because it's been shown that people who have better health indices are more likely to recover from whatever health challenges they may experience, even if they had road traffic accidents. So patients who have had crashes and have had fractures and all that, but who were prior to them physically fit, are more likely to return to that functional level. So it's important that at this point in time, we should all try to maintain the best and the highest form of lifestyle in eating right, exercising right.
For your best interest, your thoughts better be good, because you become what you think about. Florence Sheen puts it this way. She says, life is a game of boomerangs. She says our thoughts, our words, and our deeds come to us in this circle of life with outstanding accuracy. Isn't that wonderful? I want to say that if we have positive thoughts, more often than not, we will perform positive deeds, and most importantly, we will have positive results. What are your positive thoughts? Whether you've been in a crash or not, it is in your best healthy interest to work those limbs, energize your body, keep your muscles strong, improve your stamina, improve your strength, work on your endurance, okay? It will come into play either as somebody who is performing first aid, or sometimes when you need to make a run for it. Would you spend 5 minutes working out with us?
Okay. I'm working out with someone that does her workout. At least 2-3 times a week she's doing her workout. So there's no particular body part that has atrophied or that is stiff, okay? We'll do some jumping jacks in between, we'll do some knee lifts and knee raises, and then continue doing our jumping and our jacks, okay? So we start with 10 jumping jacks, we break it with 3 knee raises, and then we continue again with 5 more. We wrap up one set that way. Okay, so let's start. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So knee raises. 1, come on, 2, 3. Jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. One set is done. So shake your body. Shake your body. At the count of 10, we continue again, the same thing. This time we do the knee raises on the left hand to right knee. Okay, so 10, jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's go, knee raises. 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, check it out. That's 2 sets done. And then the third set, at the count of 10, we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back to left hand, right knee. 2, 3. Continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's it. Okay, we've done 3 repetitions of one exercise. 1, 2, back. 1, 2. We pause. Coming forward again. 1, 2. 1, 2, we pause. 1, 2, 1, 2, we pause. 1, we come back, we come again. That's what exercise should be, having fun with friends and with family. There's no hard and fast rule to staying fit, okay? Just make it regular, okay? Make it fun, make it participatory, okay?
I pay particular attention to the words of Marilyn Monroe. She says sometimes things fall apart so they can fall together again for good. I know many of us have had some negative experiences in our life's journey. Some of us have been involved in road crashes and suffered a negative impact for no fault of ours, either as a commercial drivers, either as drivers and owners of private vehicles, or sometimes even as pedestrians, or things have impacted family members or friends from far and from near. But we're here today. That tells us that the journey is still on and we need to continue to make positive impact everywhere we find ourselves. We're learning today that there are measures we can take to mitigate crashes on our roads. If we already know everything we have mentioned today on the program, we can remember to share it with all those around us. Tell your children, tell your neighbors, tell people you meet on the streets, One for all and all for one. Let us work together as a great country that we know ourselves to be, with that never say die attitude to improve our life's quality. Reduce road crashes. It's in everyone's best healthy interest to do so. It's been a pleasure spending time with you. I love to do this. I want to go now and prepare so that next time we meet again, we're talking about something that can have an even more positive impact on us, our friends, and our families. My name is Thelma Obaze. Do remember to join us on our social media handle, Wellness and Living at Nigerian Television Authority. For now, it's bye-bye.
Adeola Omokibi, and the program you're watching is Sports Real. Keep a date with us.
Fans, they don't understand the rules or the laws of the game.
Hello and welcome to that program of yours on the NTA Sports Channel, Knowing Golf.
And thanks for joining us on another edition of Sports Guests on the NTA. My name is Kenem Emma Abodike. Welcome indeed to Saturday Sports Arena on the NTA Sports 24.
It would not be if you continue to just have these vague means of saying these are the yardsticks I want to use.
League Service, a program designed to bring you up to speed with happenings in Nigerian football leagues.
NTA, you can't beat the rich.
This is the network service.
It be like say they want to tell us another story again, yo. Now so, you know, say people they say I'm the superstar. But for me, the real superstars are those people where they go vote for the candidate of their choice without violence. So for these upcoming elections, be my superstar. Vote, no fights, no violence, because the election will be won. We work together so the future will be brighter.
So that's great. That's diversification. We need to diversify the health system. So that's great. That's diversification. We need to diversify the health system. Nature also gives you the economic importance of the trees. We are talking of job and wealth creation. In nature's pharmacy, we look at those foods that could be medicine and how to take them and how to use them to be able to take care of our organs and our health in general. God has provided us these things, but we need to understand how do we use them for the benefit of our health. In today's episode, we are looking at that important organ. The organ which we know currently there seems to be increase in the diseases of such organ. Do I hear you say kidney? Yes, kidney. Diseases of the kidney is in the increase. What has nature given to us for the benefit of our kidney? Because in nature's pharmacy, we emphasize more on prevention, which is often said better than cure. God has given to us what we need to use to keep ourselves healthy, particularly in today's episode, focusing on the kidney. How do we use these remedial agents? I am Zainab Sharif. Let's take a break. Nature also gives you the economic importance of the trees. We are talking of job and wealth creation. We are looking at the care of the kidneys, that organ that is very important to our health. The kidneys is known as the kidney bean-shaped organ. That is the shape like a bean. That means kidney beans is good for the kidneys. There is a pair of the kidney, and the kidney forms part of the urinary tract system, which is made up of what we call the bladder, the urethra, and the ureters. The kidney is the organ in the body that forms part of the detoxifying organs. That means the kidney removes waste and poisonous substances from the body. That kidney is the organ that controls the removal of water from the system. The kidney is the organ that balances the liquid salts in the body. You can see that the importance of kidney can never be overemphasized. When we have excess fluid in the body, edema, just to mention, that means we need to look at the kidney. Having said just some of the functions of the kidney, very commonly, we have the diuresis, which is a disease when you cannot be able to remove waste from the body and water cannot go out of your body. Nephritis, that is often called the kidney disease. We have the failure kidney failure, which is very common, cancer of the kidney, chronic kidney diseases, just to mention some of the diseases of the kidney. How do we need to understand that there are diseases of the kidney before we can take care of our kidney? Do we need to have the diseases? But nature has given to you what you need to feed the kidney, what you need to give to the kidney. What causes the kidney diseases? Let's look at some of the causes. The current environmental conditions, the pesticides, the herbicides, which are often in the plants that we farm in farming, they could cause kidney diseases. The drugs we take, because the drugs are chemicals, can form kidney diseases, can lead to kidney diseases. Toxins, waste, chemicals, chemotherapy, which we often undergo during the cancer therapy, could cause kidney diseases. Processed foods, alcohol, smoking, hypertension, diabetes, what do we identify as some basic symptoms for kidney diseases? At times when you have fever, you feel very chilly, chronic back pain, nausea, vomiting, lower abdominal pain. Don't forget I said that the kidney is situated in the posterior part of the abdomen. So when you have that serious abdominal pain, especially where the kidney is located, these are some of the symptoms of kidney diseases. That means when we have these symptoms, there will be increased toxins in the blood. There will be increase in secretion of things like excess protein in form of urea. You find that most people that go for dialysis, they tend to have increase in urea, increase in uric acid. These are some of the things that increases the problem of kidney diseases, because all these wastes that kidney used to remove is now being excreted and transported in the blood. This is what forms major causes of kidney failure. Having said that, the kidney, the diseases of the kidney, the symptoms of these diseases, how can we feed the kidney? Nature has given to us plants that are clearly for kidney. They have their names. Some diuretic plants are known to be for kidney. And there are some other plants which tend to increase the secretion of potassium. These are also good for the kidney. And there are plants that increase the removal of uric acid, which is responsible for gout or arthritis. These plants help to take care of the kidney and prevent some of those diseases. What are those plants? What has nature given to us? I'm sure you will say, in nature's pharmacy, we tend to repeat those plants. Yes, because the organs are connected. The kidney cannot do without the liver, nor the heart, nor the gastrointestinal tract. Hence, the relationship in the plants that can be used in management of such organs or in feeding of such organs. The diuretic plants, like I said, feed the kidney. Some of these diuretic plants are what you see here today. The celery is a diuretic plant. The parsley is a diuretic plant. Moringa is a diuretic plant. Beetroot, which looks like the kidney. These are all diuretic plants. That means these plants feed the kidney. They take care of the kidney. So nature has given to you these plants to use them in managing your kidney. Corn silk, which we get commonly from the maize, is an excellent flusher that cleanses the kidney, which is very good in the management of kidney, flushing the kidney to remove wastes. Peppermint leaves, the cloves, these are all plants that I will call the diuretic plants. These are plants for the kidney. Let's look at the plants that tend to increase the secretion of sodium, and because they tend to have presence of potassium. Apple, we call them natriuretic plants because they cause increase in secretion of sodium and they are rich in potassium. Apple is one of them. Carrot is rich in potassium. The onions is rich in potassium. Turmeric is rich in potassium. When you take these plants, or when you take these medicinal plants, they tend to release and cause removal of potassium. That means plants that are rich in potassium are very good in the management of diabetes and hypertension. Let's come back. This plant is the bitter garden egg leaf. The bitter garden egg leaf is very good for flushing the kidneys. A combination of the bitter garden egg with the carrot The ginger and moringa is very good in the flushing of the kidney. Let's look at very affordable, readily available. This food is kidney food. Especially when you remove the back, this is the back. When crushed and added with boiling water, with a touch of lemon and honey, is an excellent diuretic for the kidney. When you give the kidney the plants that are good for it, it strengthens the activity of the kidney and strengthens the functions of the kidney and prevent diseases that could be responsible for the current increase in kidney disease. That is why when you want to look at those herbal medicine, get the experts to tell you the right plants to use, because some of those plants too, when taken wrongly, are also responsible for kidney diseases. Let us come down and look at, this is honey and this is apple cider vinegar. When you take a tablespoonful of pure honey and a teaspoonful of apple cider vinegar, mix together, taken 2 to 3 times daily, is an excellent recipe for the kidney. Let us look at some of those plants that are dried form. This is the lemongrass. This is the hibiscus sabderiva, the common zobo, the cloves, the ginger. A tisane of this, that means boiled as tea, taken 2 to 3 times daily, flushes the kidney. The parsley plant, when you take a quantity of parsley plant, like 5 strands, boil it in a teacup of milk, it has an excellent flusher and nourisher for the kidney. A combination of the parsley and milk, boiled, simmer gently, and taken, is a flusher to the kidney. The corn silk, like I've mentioned, is food for the kidney. But when you have a kidney, you need to take extra care of kidney by feeding it with the right nutrients. The nutrients that will be able to strengthen the activity of the kidney and enrich its performance and prevent the diseases. Garlic. When you take garlic with celery and lemon, a tisane, you blend this. You take a quarter size and blend it and mix it with the garlic with a glass of clean water. That juice is called live juice. It feeds the kidney. The importance of the use of medicinal plants in the management of preventing kidney diseases can never be overemphasized. But when you now have the chronic kidney diseases, there is a need for the experts to manage you. Let's take a break. Let's take a break. We talked about the importance of the kidney as one of the detoxifying organs. As I recall that there are 5 main detoxifying organs. We have talked of the liver as one of the detoxifying organs, the kidney, the GIT, the lungs, and the skin. These are organs that are very important in the removal of wastes from the system and also in preventing diseases. Apart from all the plants we have talked about, we have shown there are other plants too or other foods that feed the kidney. Let's look at the carbohydrates. The whole grain foods that we talk about, the soya beans, the lentils, the pulses, the cruciferous vegetables, all these are foods that are also good for the kidney. We do not need to remove the husk. We need at times to leave the husk so that these can be able to provide the kidney with the nutrients that it needs to function very effectively. The increasing rate of kidney disease is of concern. That is why we have talked about what we do need to prevent kidney disease. It is very important that we go to the expert who can be able to manage these kidney diseases. Because in the management of kidney diseases, there are some factors that you need to consider. There is a tendency for you to control the intake of fluid, because one of the symptoms of kidney diseases is the retention of fluid. That means you may not be able to take fluid in high amount. Even some plants, you may be restricted to eat some plants that have tendencies of having high potassium content. Like I have mentioned, the apples, the bananas, the carrots, there may be need for consideration in eating those fruits and vegetables when you have chronic diseases of the kidney. Let us come back and say, what tips can we look at that we can give in the management or in preventing the kidney diseases? What nature has given to us that we can be able to prepare either in form of tisane or life juice, like I said, to be able to give us the phytonutrients, the nourishments that we need, the antioxidant property in the management and taking care of our kidneys. I've just made a tisane. This is a tisane made of plants that have diuretic effects. Some of the plants I have mentioned. I am going to give my kidney this preparation of a tisane made from the combination of the hibiscus, the zobo, the peppermint leaves, the lemon leaves, the ginger. These are diuretic plants that can be given or that can be taken 2 to 3 times daily to nourish and feed the kidney. Very cost effective, available in the market. I want to take, for extra benefits, you could add a teaspoonful of honey and few drops of lemon to give you a nice taste. That's a good one for my kidney. Nature's Pharmacy should give you some tips that you can be able to use in your homes in trying to feed and take care of your kidneys. The beetroot. We need a quarter size of this beetroot. That means cutting it into 4 parts, taking 1 part, wash and chop, and then this strand of celery, a strand of celery like this, chop, nicely washed, and about 3 strands of parsley, 3 strands of parsley, washed and chopped, a piece of ginger, washed and chopped, combine together and blend with 2 glasses of clean water, best bottled water. When you blend this, like I have given you, once again, a quarter size of the beetroot, 1 strand of the celery, 3 strands of the parsley, a piece of ginger, blended with 2 glasses of water, and then sieve to get the freshly prepared life juice, green juice. You can feed the kidney. This can be done 2 to 3 times a week as a flusher. Another recipe, like I have said earlier on, you crush about these 2 medium sizes of the watermelon bark, crush, pour in a teacup of boiling water on the crushed watermelon back, a touch of lemon and honey for extra benefits. This can be drunk 2 to 3 times daily as desired. Flusher to the kidney. This is the leaf of the bitter garden egg. About 5 leaves of bitter garden egg with 5 leaves of bitter garden egg, some quantity of Moringa oleifera, 5 leaves of bitter garden egg, quantity of Moringa oleifera, 2 medium-sized carrot, this medium-sized garden egg, a piece of ginger, chopped finely, can just be taken straight like that as fresh vegetable, or you can make the juice with 2 glasses of water, clean water. Make the juice, freshly prepared juice can be taken. You can also take the leaf, chew it as it is. The bitter garden egg leaf, which is commonly found in the southeast, is an excellent rich food for the kidney. The use should be emphasized as it improves the quality of the kidney. We need to take care of our kidney. We need to understand the functions of our kidney. Avoid those alcohol, avoid those smoking. And the use of these hard drugs are not suitable for the kidney, because when you do that, you will overtax the kidney with chemicals. Those bleaching ingredients are also harmful to the kidney. They could go through the skin and go onto the kidney to cause more damage. Nature's Pharmacy has been able to analyze the importance of the kidney. I'm looking forward to inform you the medicinal plants that feeds the kidney. Green Pharmacy, using what God has given to us. Around us, available. Paracelsus, your meadows and your pastures shall be your pharmacy. The 16th century great scientist. Thank you. Until next episode.
You're welcome to Corruption, the musical. Ooh. This one na corruption song. This one na corruption song. Yeah. This one na corruption song. This one na corruption song. No be about government people. This one na for everyday people. Yeah. No job, yeah. You go look for left, you go look for right. Even though you're qualified, then carry the job, give them family. Now,